All right, today we're doing something a little different. We're getting a peek inside an inventor's actual notebook to check out a really cool vision for the future of getting around. Now, these aren't finished products you can buy, not yet, anyway. These are the very first sparks of an idea, sketched out to solve a problem that, let's be honest, we've all had. You know the scene, right? You're rustling your way through a crowded airport or a busy train station. You've got your bags, you're trying to check your phone, maybe you're even juggling a coffee. It is a universal travel headache. But what if all of that could just go away? That's the exact problem that got this whole ball rolling. And these ideas come to us from an innovation hub called TechRox. These are folks who specialize in looking at everyday frustrations and dreaming up clever ways to fix them with tech. And the concept we're digging into today is their vision for what they call a G2 mobility ecosystem. So let's start with the first piece of this puzzle. This one tackles that luggage problem head on. It's called the G2 Follow Me Trolley, and it's imagined as a kind of universal platform for anything you need to carry with you.
And this is it. This is literally where it all began. The first concept sketch, this is the blueprint. You can see the whole idea right away. A person just walking along, completely hands-free, while their luggage just follows them. The drawing's simple, for sure, but that list of features jotted down on the right, that's where you start to see the real genius of this thing.
So what is this thing exactly? Well, the G2 Follow Me Trolley is basically an autonomous platform. The point isn't just to move your bags from A to B. It's to create a genuinely luggage-free experience by having this thing intelligently and safely navigate the world right alongside you. And this is where it gets really, really smart. I mean, the sketches lay out a whole suite of intelligent features. You've got proximity detection, a camera feed so it doesn't bump into people or walls, it pairs up with your phone or your watch, it even has GPS tracking and anti-theft alerts. So it goes from being just a motorized suitcase to being your own personal, super secure porter. And it all comes down to this one simple, beautiful goal stated right there on the drawing: a luggage-free experience. The whole point is to completely remove that physical burden of your stuff from the travel equation so you can just move with total freedom. Okay, so our luggage is sorted, but the vision from TechRox doesn't stop there. Now we move to the next piece of the puzzle, and this is where it gets personal. Let's talk about the G2 Personal Transport Assistant. This part is all about moving you. So here's the matching sketch for the PAT, as they call it. And this is their answer for what's often called last mile mobility, getting you from the subway to your office or across a big campus without even breaking a sweat. It's kind of like a personal chariot for the 21st century. At its core, the Personal Transport Assistant, or PAT, is a pretty straightforward tri-wheel autonomous platform. The whole concept is just pure simplicity. You step on and it goes. The design really emphasizes a hands-free experience, so you can check your messages or just look around while it does all the driving. And no surprise, just like the trolley, the PAT is packed with brains. The sketch goes into detail on proximity sensors to avoid collisions, a live camera feed, and navigation using your phone's GPS. All of this points to one main idea: creating a safe, autonomous, and trustworthy little buddy for all those short trips. But here's what's really clever. It's super versatile. It's not just for riding. The concept shows these other modes like fold and walk, where you can just pull it along like a little cart, and fold and store, where it collapses down into this tiny footprint. You could probably just tuck it right under your desk. Okay, so we've seen two really impressive concepts. But the real magic here isn't in two separate gadgets. Part 3 is where this whole thing clicks together and becomes a fully integrated travel ecosystem. When you see the Follow Me Trolley and the Personal Transport Assistant next to each other like this, it all starts to make sense. You stop seeing them as two different products, and you start seeing them as two halves of a single solution for getting you and all your stuff where you need to go. And that's the absolute heart of this whole vision. It's an ecosystem. They're not just two cool gadgets, they're designed from the ground up to work together seamlessly. I mean, just imagine riding your PAT to the train station, folding it up as you walk on, while your trolley is already following you right onto the platform. That's the kind of smooth integration they're dreaming of. So you might be wondering, how does this system link up with the way we travel now, like with cars? Well, the sketch for the trolley gives us the answer directly: car integration. The notes on the drawing explicitly mention a car mount, car charging, and car tracking. This system is designed to be the bridge that connects your front door to your car, and then your car to wherever you're headed next. So, for our last part here, let's pull all these threads together and just look at the big picture. What would a system like this actually mean for the future of how we all get around? When you put it all together, the vision from Tech Rocks becomes crystal clear. It's about engineering all the little points of friction right out of your journey. The hauling of bags, those awkward long walks, the messy transitions. The ultimate goal is to create one single, smooth, effortless experience from the moment you leave your house all the way to your final destination. And that kind of leaves us with one last thought. Looking at these concepts for an autonomous trolley and a personal transporter all working in sync, you have to ask yourself, would a system like this fundamentally change the way you travel, the way you work, the way you navigate your city? The answer to that? Well, it might just reshape everything.